Right, just making a short little video here for my 4Runner. I have some people that think that it doesn't start or run. I guess because I say it needs a radiator. There is a radiator in it. It leaks, so it does need replaced. I replaced it once, and the one I bought from AutoZone came apart. So I put the original one back in it because it doesn't leak a whole lot, but it does leak, which will cause it to heat up. So one reason I stopped driving it and bought another car. My plan was to keep it. I was going to put a V8 in it, who knows, do some other things and keep it just to drive around and have some fun in. But I since then have bought another project that I'm more interested in. So anyway, new alternator. I've got new belts. I haven't put those on, but I have them. New distributor cap, rotor button, plug wires, new plugs. This intake I got when I bought the vehicle, it was on it. I guess possibly better than the original. It's kind of loud. I don't like that, but it's an intake. It works just fine. Let's go down to this axle. This was a independent suspension vehicle when I bought it. It is a 95. I cut out all of the independent suspension and put in a solid axle from an 85 Toyota. Says the 4Runner has 456 gears in it. This front axle was supposed to have 456 when I bought it, but turns out it doesn't. But I have a set of 456 gears in the third, already bolted up. You just need to take this one out, put the other one in, which isn't a big deal. You can look that up on any forum and see that it's not hard at all. So 456 gears, they need to be put in the front, but I do have those. I'll show them to you here in a bit. Since we're up here, got the trail gear, 3-inch SAS springs, everything that comes along with it. See what else I have. Well, just for information, I have all of the mounts. All of this is new, welded on to the frame. This is moved a 1/4 inch forward. Everything lines up in the rear. I'll show you here in a second. The springs aren't even broken in yet. I mean, you can see I still have the plastic on it from the tag, but I haven't even driven this enough to break in the springs yet. But it is a soft suspension. It's made to be a rock crawler, a trail rig. So it rides as one. It's soft suspension. You don't want to go around turns at 80 miles an hour. But anyway, you can see my shackles there. I wanted to get the angle on my shackles a little better, but the only way really to do that is to get some longer springs, and I just like the height that I'm at now, so I really wasn't concerned with it. Now I do have, I'll go back up here, that reminded me, I do have valve cover gaskets for both of these, because these valve covers do leak a bit. They were leaking when I bought it. I never did have to put much in it, but they do leak. But I do have the replacements for it, so you could put those on if you wanted to do that. Let's see, Bilstein 5150, 12-inch shocks up front, shock hoops. All the welding on this was done by a professional, by the way. I didn't do it. I'm not that great of a welder. So the guy that did it, Tommy Martin, he builds mining equipment, and has built some crazy off-road vehicles. But anyway, He did all the welding on this, front and rear. So that's pretty much the front axle. You get the idea of all of that. The drop pitman arm is, you know, for this. It's not been cut and drilled. It's actually made for the swap. But the drive shaft I had made, let's see if you can see that. That's hard to see, but the inner shaft is solid steel, very strong. I can't imagine in any kind of trail riding situation you damaging this drive shaft. If you dropped off of a rock on top of the drive shaft, all the weight on it, maybe. But you know, normal driving, being cautious of what you're doing, not risking your life, yeah, you wouldn't have any problem with this drive shaft. But that costs some money right there. So. Okay, move to the rear. So FJ80 lift coils. I wanted to stay with coils. I have everything to do a leaf swap to the Chevy leaf springs, but trying to get a good angle here. But you know, I just didn't like the idea. Even with the Chevy springs, you had to have blocks under them to get the thing level. I just didn't like the idea of that. So I went to the FJ80 springs. Bilstein 5125, I think is what these are, in the rear. Extended the links the guy was telling you about, did all the welding. He extended all the links. Everything straight, doesn't ride weird. Really soft suspension. So I did put Pro Comp adapters to adapt these eyelet shocks to a post, which I was going to move these in and you know, angle the shocks, but you know, like I said before, my interest is elsewhere right now. So one reason I'm selling it. But the tires, you can see tread on those are still you know, pretty good. I don't know if you can see right there. I have a 5th one that's never been on the road. It's on a wheel, so of course that would go with it. But the bumper, stock Toyota bumper, I was going to switch it out for a tubular bumper. Now this one does have some rust in it, just like all the Toyota bumpers have. Can't really see it here. There's something right there. See the rear chop. Okay, let me go to the side here and explain all this. So basically what I did, this section used to be here, and then there was a side window here, just like a 4Runner. So that was cut off, moved forward, welded on. The tailgate was moved along with that and put under the window and welded in. I've had a lot of trouble getting this finished. The guy that started it cut everything off, moved it up, and put a few tacks on it, and then he disappeared with my money. So, you know, trying to find somebody to finish this stuff has been such a hassle. But I do have, you know, the tailgate's in, it's welded in. It's hard to see there, but the lights do work, of course. I mean, they have to with the license plate there. I'd never had any trouble with the license plate being there. Nobody ever said anything to me. You know, I'm not 100% on the legality of it, but like I said, nobody ever said anything to me about it. So what needs finished here, as far as I'm concerned, these corners need welded up. You know, it's just some flat sheet metal, whatever, on there, welded on. So that's both sides, of course, and then on both sides, these small corners here. And that's all I was going to do. You could make some panels and put here, but actually I was leaving that open. I threw my chains in there, you know, anything that I might need when I was out, I could throw it down in there and it wouldn't come out. Since I moved my tailgate forward, I don't have one here. The hinges are still there. Everything's still there. You could bolt one up to it, no problem. I actually was going to make some mounts for my high lift jack to put across here as a tailgate, which the jack comes with the vehicle, if you know, if you would want that. It has a hitch. Of course, that was going to be gone when I put the tube bumper on, but never got around to it. So there's the vehicle. Everything that I can tell you about it, I just told you about it. Let me unlock this door and I'll show you the third member I have set up. Alright, so well, here's the interior. This goes to the fog lights, which needs a relay. The relay that was in it when I bought the vehicle, it had the fog lights on it, and the relay was bad. I haven't replaced it. I've never had a need for the fog lights, but anyway, it doesn't have a stereo. I do have a stock stereo for this, you know, if you would want it, but so heater works, air conditioner works, cruise control works. What else? I don't know. All the lights work, everything. There's the rear with the chop done. Let's go around here. Here's the valve cover gaskets, cam lock belts. I had to replace the rear belt since I cut off when I did the chop. I cut the mounts off, so I put cam locks in at 5-point harnesses, which I only right now have the lap belt because I needed to put a bar in to fasten the shoulder harness part too, and I haven't done that. So, but there's the gear setup. I mean, it's complete. These are 456 gears to go in the front from a V6. So, you know, there it is. You take the other one out, bolt this one in. You know, that's pretty much it. It's not that big of a deal. But anyway, there's the interior. But the seats do, if you're not familiar with the 4Runners, the seats do fold down. There's the back of the tailgate. This window actually will, with the window switch, the stock window switch, this window will go down to about here, I guess, until, you know, it goes down to the wheel wells. You know, which is good for ventilation. I just wanted to hook it up just because, but it needs a new window. I guess it's a relay of some sort. If I can find it here, I'll show it to you. Either way, it needs a relay put in it. It just clicks and doesn't operate it. But yeah, so there's the vehicle. Everything that I know to tell you about. If you have any questions about anything, just ask me. I'll make another video. I figure this is the best way to do it. You can rewind and listen again, whatever. But there it is. And I'm getting ready to start this thing up, and I'll drive it down the road. So, you know, you can see that it runs and drives and goes through the gears and all of that. So thanks, and check out the next video.